Hi guys. Hi everyone. How's everyone's Tuesday? I hope that you guys are having a good week so far. I'm just chilling. I got a day off work today. I'm just having a cup of tea and sitting outside, and I thought I would post a video. It's a new week, new day. Well, it's in the afternoon now, so yeah. I thought I'd jump on and have a bit of a story time. If you don't know me, my name's Pandora. I'm from New Zealand. I live in Australia. I'm from up north in New Zealand, like way up north, if you can relate. Yeah. So this story is about the time I went to go see a Reiki. So a few years back, I was around the time I started my job at Audi. I had gone to see a Reiki because I felt like I needed like a cleansing, and I've never been to one before, never thought of ever going through one, but I was just going through a time in my life where I was thinking more about like spiritual stuff. So yeah, I went to go see a Reiki anyways, and the lady I went to go see, I didn't even realize she was from New Zealand till we got closer to finishing the session. But yeah, this lady was from New Zealand. Didn't even realize she was. She was brown too, and I just didn't even think she was from New Zealand. And when I went to her house, because this was done at her house, I went in, introduced myself, talked to her about who I was. But before the session, she was doing something. There was this like crackling noise, and I think it was like a cone or something, and it had smoke coming out just to cleanse the area. So we did that. I introduced myself properly, who I was, like what I had gone through in my life growing up. Just told her a bit about myself. And then after that, you know those when you go into the doctors and they tell you to lie down on the bed? She had something similar to that in her house, but it was like comfy. There was like a blanket there, pillow, and I had to stay there and lay down and just stay there, close my eyes. She put like this cover over my eyes, and yeah, and then that's how we started. So when I was laying down, before I had to lay down, she told me like she's gonna do a chakra cleanse. And then I laid down and she done it, and then throughout the session she was like making noises going around me. I could hear her, and she also had those bowls that make noises. I don't know what the name, like what they're actually called, but yeah, they would make noises, and you just like, they have this like stick or something and they like make noises. That was the end of the session. When she was finishing it off, that's what she had to do. And then after the session we went back to the couch, and then she was talking to me about my childhood, like what kind of person I was and what my personality was like. And she was pretty spot on. Like she was good at describing what I was like, because it was exactly how I was like. I didn't really like to be told what to do when I was younger. Like I would still listen, but I just hated it. Like I hated being constantly told what to do, and then I would put a wall up, and I'm like, nah. So I was like that as a kid, and like she was explaining all that. But then she got into other details about my life when I was older, and I hadn't told her about it. Because I also bring up like my mum. If you don't know my mum's been mentally sick majority of the time I've been alive. So I never knew my mum when she was just herself at a younger age. I've heard stories from my brother and my dad, but I didn't know my mum like that. I've only known her the way she has been and still is. And my mum was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I had only found that out a few years back in my medical documents, because I was born with a hole in my heart, and I've got all my documents, but I never actually read through them. And yeah, it said that about my mum, and I didn't know that she actually had that. I knew it was something, but I just didn't know the name of it. But that's what they call it. Yeah, medical term of it, I guess. And I wanted to know about my mum's side because my mum had that. And the lady, the Reiki, had said from my mum's side, like a lot of women in my mum's lineage are kind of like, they saw the other side, so they spoke to the other side and stuff like that. And she said it was quite strong. And I was like, wow, because I wanted to know more if it was something like that from my mum's side, but I wasn't sure, and she just like confirmed it. So I was happy to hear that. And then she also brought up my miscarriage I had when I was about 18, 19. I didn't even talk to her. I didn't say anything about that to her. And she goes to me, oh, did you have a miscarriage? And then I like went silent, and I was like, what? I was like so shocked that she said that to me. And then she was like, yeah, there's like a little like light that hangs around you, and usually when that happens, you've gone through a miscarriage, and I can see it. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I told her like what had happened, and she was like, oh yeah, so I moved them along, so they're all right now. They've moved along. And then she asked me, this also freaked me out, she asked me, do you know a little boy? Like, there's a little boy that's hanging around you a lot. Do you know anything about this little boy? He's got like short hair, brown. He seems to like you, and he always hangs around. And then I was trying to figure out what she was talking about and who this little boy was. And then I clicked. If you've seen my first video, you know what I'm talking about. Or you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, my dreams, my first dream that was quite intense, it was the boy in my dream, the one that passed away. He likes to hang around me, and I had told her about my dream, and she said, yep, I think that's the little boy who likes to hang around you. He always likes to hang around you. And I was like, I was getting scared, because I can't see like that side, and I can't see that around me. But she told me, yeah, and I freaked out. And then I was like, oh shit. But then she was like, no, but don't worry, like, he likes to hang around you. He's not harmful or anything. He's just a little boy. He likes to come and go sometimes, but he always comes back to you. And I was like, holy crap. Oh, it was pretty intense. Like when I met the Reiki, like this is what she was telling me. And she was saying, I'm like a beacon for children. So children usually come to me if they have passed on, like I'm some kind of beacon of light. So she told me what I need to do to protect myself and what I have to do. Like I need to imagine light around me, or like a gold light or yellow light or something, and white light if I need to protect myself. But yeah, this is what she was talking to me about. And then she was saying at the start, when she was going to clear my chakras and stuff, or like level them out, she said she was about to do it, but then all these like group of people or beings came straight down when she was just about to start. People had surrounded me and cleared it so she didn't have to do it, and I was just like, oh my goodness, who are these people? So it was interesting, and it just opened my mind up more, and just about things that ain't even there but they are. I can't see them physically, but I know they're there now that I'm kind of more aware of it. But yeah, so I told her that I will come back. This was a few years back, and before I left, she said, you will come back when you know it's, when it's the right time. You'll know when it's the right time to come back. Like, you probably won't come back straight away, but when you come back, it's time. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then like that day was the day my partner's stepdad, the day he heard his stepdad had passed away. So yeah, it was a lot to take on. And I was just starting a new job at the same time, so there was a lot going on in my life around the time I started working at my new job. I just kept my head down and I just worked. I was just being myself, friendly, bubbly like I usually am, but I kept my head down and tried to be on a better path for myself because of the events that had happened that year. I couldn't break. That's how I felt. I couldn't break because there was just a lot going on, and I just wanted to be on the right path. So yeah, that is my story about meeting the Reiki. And she's from New Zealand. She's a lovely lady. She's still doing it. She gets booked out quite a lot. I haven't seen her since then, but I think this year I might go see her if I can get an appointment in, but she is quite busy. But yeah, guys, sorry it was a bit full on but I hope you guys enjoyed my story time of what I was going through a few years back. And yeah, you guys have a good day and stay tuned.